this is a follow-up to a previous video that I did on my thoughts of Overwatch 2 so far. You don't have to watch it, it's mainly just me talking about the actual game itself. This is more about me just talking about a certain issue with the game. But yeah, this video is a follow-up to that video. I love Overwatch. In my opinion, it is one of the greatest shooters ever made. The gameplay, the characters, the world surrounding the game, everything just makes this game so goddamn good. Look at this funny little monkey dancing on the cart, in which the entire enemy team did not realize that that funny little monkey was on the cart for the whole minute and then proceeds to backcap. Like, is that not funny to you? Like this game is just so goddamn goofy sometimes, and I absolutely love it. But this game has become one of the most scummy and greedy games I have ever seen. Picture this for a second. You're a new player who just installed Overwatch 2, and you've never played Overwatch 1 before, and you saw that Overwatch 2 was free, so you thought, yeah, might as well try it out. You're having a good time playing the game and all, and then you want to unlock some skins or cosmetics for your favorite hero with whatever currency you might have earned. And then you realize that even after several days of playing, you have nowhere near enough currency to even buy a single skin. After all of your hard work of grinding this game for hours and hours on end, you're basically given nothing. At that point, would you just quit? This is what is essentially the new player experience, and many people have likely felt this way when playing the game for the first time. People like games where they can grind the game towards an eventual goal, whether it be a skin, an emote, a highlighted trope, anything really. People like being rewarded for their efforts, for putting their time into a game. Basically, every game does this, even free-to-play ones. However, there is no progression in this game aside from the Battle Pass. No! No! There is basically no reason to keep playing this game aside from just playing it. But you might think, oh, you can earn Overwatch coins for completing challenges, and then you can save up for whatever you want. You want to know how long it'll take you to buy a single legendary skin for free just by doing challenges? Let's say you want to buy this Genji skin because you think it looks cool. You can get up to 60 Overwatch coins per week since there's no other way to earn them besides buying them. And yes, even the Battle Pass does not offer coins. And yes, this is time gated. You're only able to earn up to 60 per week and nothing more. So theoretically, if you were to play every week and earn all 60 coins per week, which is a pretty big time sink, it would take you roughly 32 weeks or over 7 months to earn this legendary skin for free. Not to mention, this is a skin that Overwatch 1 players could have gotten for free back then. And since it's unrealistic that someone is going to be playing every week and earn all those coins for 32 weeks straight, it'll probably take even longer than that. Well, what if you don't want to go through that entire process of grinding the game every week for a single skin and instead just want to buy it? For this Genji skin, let me reiterate that this is old content that was available for free in Overwatch 1 if you got it in a loot box or saved up coins. You would have to pay $25.99 Canadian or $18.99 for you Americans for this single skin. You want to know how much I paid for Overwatch 1, which is basically just Overwatch 2 with a much easier and rewarding way to earn cosmetics? $20. Technically, I bought it twice, but yeah. The whole point of games like these is to keep players playing in the first place. That's how you grow a community of players that will keep playing your game because they always have something to look forward to. Overwatch 1 did this by giving players loot boxes every time they leveled up and eventually introduced more methods to get said loot boxes and also earn currency at a reasonable rate that they could use to unlock whatever cosmetics they wanted. This monetization system does the exact opposite of that and keeps players away from any reward unless they actually want to cough up some cash. But you might also think, but the Battle Pass gives players something to look forward to because even free players get things to unlock as well. That's the thing. Players want to unlock things they actually want rather than something in the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass isn't personalized. The things you get from it are not going to appeal to literally everyone. Players also want to unlock things that make them feel unique in a way. At least that's what I think. What I mean by this is that players want the freedom to unlock whatever they want in the wide range of cosmetics available, instead of following a Battle Pass and not feeling unique in a way, since everyone else is going to unlock said cosmetic as well. Whatever they unlock in the Battle Pass, it's not going to set them apart from any other player doing the exact same thing. And looking at the free lineup of things players can unlock, it's not very exciting either. This shit is just a huge slap in the face to both Overwatch 1 players and new players as well. New players are basically told, well, you didn't buy Overwatch 1, so you get literally nothing, sucks to suck. And returning players have their way of earning cosmetics taken away from them entirely, when their original game was also taken away from them entirely. As a returning player, I feel that it's extremely scummy to put a completely new paywall on cosmetics that were already in the game before. You simply cannot justify that a skin that was already in the game is now worth over $20, which is the same price as when I bought Overwatch 1. Hypothetically speaking, if all of my skins that I currently have were to be bought by this new monetization method, excluding the Battle Pass Winston skin I have and the Leak skins and all the Bastion skins I have, because at the time recording I cannot see how many skins I have for Bastion, it would cost around 259,800 Overwatch coins, since I have 112 rares, 43 epics, and 78 legendaries. And keep in mind, this is only the skins. I'm not even including all the emotes, highlight intros, sprays, or any other cosmetics that I may have. Converting to real money, buying a pack of 11,600 coins would cost you 130 Canadian dollars or 95 USD. You would need to buy this pack roughly 22 times. Let's be generous and say we only need to buy this pack 22 times in order to get all the skins that I currently have. All of this would be equal to roughly 2,860 Canadian dollars or 2,900 USD. Because yes, that is definitely worth it for what is essentially 300 hours of playtime on Overwatch 1. This just, it feels wrong. Hell, some people are even asking for loot boxes back. Like, that is something you'd never expect from a game's player base. Hey, post-editing me here. So, the Halloween event rolled around, right? And I was expecting Overwatch to let you buy the old event cosmetics with legacy credits, because you could do that before if you didn't get them in a loot box. But, to my surprise, can't. You can't even do that. A feature that you could have that you could have done in Overwatch 1 is just completely gone. You can't even use the legacy credits that you have. I have 10,000 right here. You can't even use them to buy old event skins like you could before. They've literally devalued the fucking currency in this game. I did not expect that to happen. What the fuck? I'm actually fucking mad right now. I'm not even joking. I'm actually mad right now. What a fucking shitty company, dude. But in the end, people will say they're just cosmetics. Who cares? And they're right. They're just cosmetics. They don't affect the game whatsoever. Who the fuck cares? Let's say in this beautiful utopia that every Overwatch 2 player is perfectly fine with not unlocking a single cosmetic outside of the Battle Pass. You think the game would be fine then, right? Well, that's where the exception comes in. The only exception to this are the new heroes that are going to be released every season. Overwatch's content is now being released in seasons like literally every other fucking multiplayer game right now. And every season, at least one new hero will be added into the game. But there's a catch. You can only play this hero if you buy the Battle Pass for that season, or play all the way up to Battle Pass level 55 to unlock them for free. This completely changes everything. Not everyone is going to have the time or the money to get these new characters, and as such will not be able to play them. Sometimes the thing that brings people back in the first place is because they want to try out the new characters that get released. But this is basically Blizzard saying, fuck you can't play this character unless you either play the game for long enough or buy them via the Battle Pass. Not only does this do the exact opposite of bringing back players when updates come around, but it also completely changes competitive and the gameplay as a whole. A lot of competitive games boil down to what is essentially known as counter-picking, where if a certain hero on an enemy team counters yours, for example, if you're playing Junkrat against the Pharah, you would usually switch off them to deal better with that character, like picking Soldier or McCree, because they are better with dealing with Pharah because they're hit scan. Yes, I know I called them McCree, I just can't get used to Cassidy. But what if you need to counter-pick to a character you don't have unlocked in the first place? Well, what do you do then? What if the enemy team has the new hero but your team doesn't? What if the hero becomes meta-defining and can't even use them because they're locked behind a paywall? We're already seeing this with Kiriko, where she is now available in competitive, yet some people don't even have her in the first place. The more characters that get released under this method, the more of an issue this is going to become. More and more characters will just be locked behind paywalls or time gates. Hell, if these characters come out and are insanely broken, Overwatch, the game that I thought would be fair regardless of how much money you spent on it, could be classified as a pay-to-win game. If this shit keeps up, Overwatch 2 is going to die even faster than Overwatch 1. Some people may be coming from other games like Valorant and saying that they have the exact same thing happen to them too, and that it's not that big of an issue. The main difference between Overwatch and Valorant is that you cannot counter-pick in Valorant. Once you select a character, you cannot change your character in Valorant, while in Overwatch, people change characters all the time because that's how the game works. I don't even think the PvE will save it at this point. I have very little hope for this game in the future unless they change all the things that I mentioned in some way. First of all, make all the heroes free from the start, regardless of when they were released. If you want this game to be fair for all players, locking characters behind paywalls or time gates is a horrible idea and will kill your game even faster. Cosmetics, aka things that do not affect the gameplay, should be the only thing that you're able to purchase. Second of all, make skins more accessible for all players. I've heard a lot of people talking about how games should give out legacy credits like before. If you don't know, legacy credits are basically just any money you had left over from Overwatch 1 that you can use to buy old cosmetics and a few new ones for the new characters. If they give you like 25 credits or so for every game you played, that would actually allow people to buy shit they wanted without having to wait literal months to get just one skin. Maybe if you play a certain hero enough, you can unlock certain stuff for them or whatever. I don't know, just make it more accessible for people to get stuff in the game. Players should be rewarded for playing the game, and obviously people like being rewarded. Because the more people like your game, the more likely they are to spend money on your game because they like it. And let's be realistic here, nobody is going to buy these old-ass skins for real money. If you buy these skins, you are literally getting scammed out of your own money when you could have bought them for free in Overwatch 1 if you saved up. I guarantee that like 90% of the money they're making is coming from new skins and not ass-old ones, so I don't think they should really be worrying too much about older content in terms of how much they're making off of them, but I don't know. These are just some suggestions. Realistically, I don't think they're going to do anything about it, but it's nice to think that, you know, they might. Overwatch means a lot to me. I would hate to see the franchise just die once again because of the shitty decisions that Blizzard made. A lot of people, including me, love this game, and I have seen it from its glory days back in 2016 to a shell of what it is now. It really does make me just super upset to see the game like this, but there's a spark of hope in me that tells me that things will get better. Blizzard has been known to read community feedback a lot, and if people speak up about it, they might just actually do something. Nah, just kidding. This game's gonna like die in a year or some shit.